what's up, guys? It's your boy OKAYtinashe, and I'm here with the squad. Woo!
Potato.
Okay, so we're finally finishing up the I Need You series, aka
the most beautiful moment in life series.
Woo! Okay, so finish up today with Young Forever. So if you haven't seen it yet, we've already seen I Need You, 19 plus,
Yes.
2 prologue, 3 run. Okay, so make sure to go look at all those if you haven't seen those, and let's get straight to it, to the fourth one.
Potato.
Live it up, give it up, give it up. It's okay, Tinashe. Got this on replay. It's okay.
Potato.
I thought that was my lights there for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh damn.
Yeah. Ooh. Is that a maze?
Vibrant.
Same.
음악이 느리고 나는 숨이 차 복잡해진 마음 숨을 내쉰다 오늘 뭐 실수는 없었어 나 관객들의 표정은 어땠던가 그래도 행복해난 이런 내가 됐어 누군가 소리 지르게 만들 수가 있었어 작아지지 않은 영웅들을 품에 안고 짙은 텅텅 무대에 섰을 때 다운타운 빈 무대에 섰을 때 그날 공허함에는 겁을 내
It's also BTS fire.
속에서 삶의 사선 위에서 괜시리 난 너무 딘 척을 해 처음도 아닌데 익숙해질 법한데 숨기려 해도 그게 안돼 텅 빈 무대가 식어갈 때쯤 객석을 뒤로 하고 지금 나 외로워하네 완벽한 세상은 없다고 자신에게 말했나 점점 날 비워가네 언제까지 내 거일 순 없어 큰 박수가 제가 이런 내게 말을 해 뻔뻔히 네 목소리 높은 더 멀리 영원한
Potato.
관객은 없대도 난 노래할 거야 오늘의 나로 영원하고파 영원히 소녀되고 싶어 나 내리는 꽃잎이 사이라 내가 달리는 미래 나르는 꽃잎이 사이로 위로 달리는 내 힘으로 Forever we are young 너보다 다치고 아파도 끝없이 달린 내 꿈을 향해 Forever we are young 나르는 꽃잎이 사이로 헤매어 달린 내 힘으로 Forever
Potato.
Yeah, and I think if you look at some of the symbolism too, right? So if you're kind of stepping back to look at, first of all, you're talking about a labyrinth, right? Which if you think about life anyway, and this is where I come from.
Where we discuss those theories again, like this isn't necessarily right or wrong. It just says
Yeah.
so as a whole.
Just putting that out there before I get roasted.
It's their theories,
Yeah.
not the
So-
official.
Well, you should be able to own your own. That's
Right.
part of
also
art,
the
you know?
this song. You're right about the song
Potato.
and what it's talking about. The song itself, like, is actually meant to reflect about how this moment that they're having, and it's the most beautiful moment in their lives,
Yeah.
as rising and
Sure it
growing
is,
together.
too.
That's literally what the song is about. That's why
Okay.
they wrote it.
Yeah.
But the video doesn't correlate with what the lyrics are. To kind of remember that with this particular series.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
there's some stuff that links, right? You know, they talk about running towards your goal, even when you stumble and fall. You got to keep moving forward towards whatever goal you set for yourself. Like, remember that there's still something worth like reaching towards, even if that changes over the course of time. It's like there's still that piece, and we're here for it. The thing, so they come in and you see this like labyrinth, right? And what you notice at first is that you're getting individual shots of each of them,
And their
there's
individual
things that are
memories.
individual memories, and you're also seeing where some of it's kind of starting to connect with each other too, where like the feathers from In Theory when J-Hope and Jimin are smacking pillows.
They're like blowing
are
up.
blowing through, and Jungkook is touching the feathers. They're kind
okay.
You see smoke coming through, like when Suga lights his remote flare, you see smoke throughout the maze.
Fabric hanging from the.
It's almost like is this a reality, or is this almost like a representation of the videos and what's been happening and what's going on? Also, it's a maze. What's also interesting is if you look at it as an individual, you don't see the other members when you're zoomed on them. You can't see them, but actually when you look above, they're actually all
relatively close to each other, but they look like they're lost and they don't see each other.
Yeah,
they don't know.
Can they not see
until they get out? Until they get out of the maze, and then suddenly there they are again as a unit.
That labyrinth, that maze is interesting too. Like it gives you kind of a weird feeling, you know, because it's like chain link like this. It almost kind of feels like you're in prison, sort of. You know, it's like it's not like a super.
It looked like they made the set because I noticed there was a helicopter landing pad. I saw the H, but then that's so cool, like how they did that.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty wicked.
This is the same setup they use for Fire, right?
Same setup.
In the beginning, with the part when they're walking and the gates, fire. In the beginning when they're meeting up, the person
I think that they probably carry over some of that stuff. And again, you're watching like Fire. We kind of murmured over here during that. Fire feels like it comes back a lot too. Like
Fire is a theme, water's a theme.
Yeah.
Smoke and like the feathers and that's all.
Flowers.
Flowers.
Just keep that in mind
Those
too.
are all symbolism they use a lot. In
okay.
Yeah.
Water.
And they can kind of be attributed to specific members. It's like repetitive for specific members to be interacting with these elements.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So then, because I just feel like with all the individual stories, that's what I was trying to figure out what happened. Because I wonder, they continued on with those stories,
right?
Yes.
In there. Now that I'm watching this, now I see why you all said watch those first and then watch it. Because now it's trying to make so maybe
so
that's
much sense.
Maybe that's why in my head I'm getting confused because I watched Wonder. So now I think my memory's getting all switched up. So I'm like, wait.
I'm glad I haven't yet. I'm excited.
Oh,
to.
okay.
So
Don't
excited.
brag, bro. Don't brag, bro. Okay.
Potato.
Awesome. So what's the thing we should get out of the series?
So basically, in
Cause I feel a little lost. Cause now since I watched Wonder, I don't feel complete.
So what I would say too, think of this last music video as not really remember the timelines aren't necessarily on tracks. Just because of the video is first doesn't mean it's the first thing the timeline.
Oh,
Right.
it's like Star Wars type
Yep.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Or Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Or Lord of the Rings, I guess.
It is.
This
I
video,
guess.
It is.
video
just
is
like
not
that.
necessarily like the others where it's almost like telling a story. This one almost feels like like I said, it's almost like it's showing you, it's abstract in a way. It's an abstract kind of accumulation of everything that you had seen before.
Yeah.
So this isn't necessarily something that's literally happening where you saw them like eating and playing together and running around and stuff like that's more literal and more like
okay.
this is kind of almost like a abstract like does that make sense? Am I explaining it? I don't know how to explain
Minus
it.
the orcs and hobbits, it's much like Lord of the Rings.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're
So
saying.
basically you're taking away from this that they're all experiencing a lot of real life trauma and things.
No, it makes sense.
But there's
with
also
what
this
you're saying.
weird, especially with Jin, incorporating, if you try to think of like Jin, is almost this like unrealistic version. Like, is he being able to like see everything
all
that's
of it.
happening? Why is he so separate
Is he getting
and pulled
glimpses?
back?
Yeah.
You see real life, and then you see things that don't
They're
quite
like-
make sense.
Yeah.
Like he's alone in a room with flowers,
yeah.
and
You're
the
like,
windows
what's
are
what I was
where's
gonna
this come
mention.
from?
so like,
Yeah.
there's this weird balance between real life things and trauma that's happening to this group, and that things that may not fit. Now, if you fit that into theories, there's theories that is Jin a time traveler? Is he dead and
I like
viewing
that.
the other boys? Are the boys dead?
See,
And
was he
like-
the one removed from the picture? Or no?
Suga was removed from the picture.
Okay, so
So is he the
Wow,
only one
okay.
alive and the boys are dead?
Yeah.
There's
Oh.
theories. So if you kind of
Right,
there's
'cause-
so many different
Wow.
ways you could look at this, and if you look at it from one perspective, it
Well, and
makes you
Jin
think
was
of other
removed from the picture of the truck. Like
Yeah.
when they took the picture at the
Yeah,
beach and you
right.
develop the Polaroid, Jin is no longer standing by the
The
driver's
boys
side
are
door.
in it, but the other boys aren't. Jin isn't.
And when you rewatch these, like rewatch them later, and
So
you'll
they took
catch
Suga
stuff.
out and then they took Jin out in the truck one. Okay.
Somebody's getting smited.
Someone in there. Anyway, yeah. So that.
So you're gonna
So
be
pretty much we don't know anything, and we don't feel complete after we
I feel
finish
like
the
I
series.
still say that now. Like
Yeah,
I've
okay.
watched Wonder, and I'm
Right.
like, yeah, I've got no idea.
I love this video. This is my favorite one.
Did you?
This
Yeah.
is one of my favorite songs of all
It
time.
is.
My
If you haven't
favorite,
seen Euphoria, bro, it's super dope.
Is it?
Sorry.
my
Yeah.
favorite was Run.
Euphoria.
That was my
I'm-
favorite video.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad I watched
Well,
that before these, but
I don't mean like overall, but there's because they have some epic videos. videos.
Two.
This isn't like the most
Out of the
epic. I
series.
just
out of the series.
Well,
Okay.
series.
Yeah,
I'm a nostalgic person. It reminds me a lot. I mean, he's saying very specific things about like the time that they're in the future, and I just like relate that to music. For me, I like it.
Well, one of the things that I love about their lyrics, like watching it back and even just paying attention to this series in general, and they talk a lot about it in their at their concerts and like for this series or for this album, and when they talk about it to each other, when they're talking about their fans and everything else, the way that they communicate about youth and the experience and growing up and realizing that life is going to change and things are going to develop and I'm always going to kind of reach towards whatever goals I set for myself. I mean, we were kind of saying that is that there's this piece as you get older that you just sort of kind of like you shift a little bit and you go, okay, like what's the next thing that I'm going to do? What's the next thing? How am I going to keep moving forward even when I feel like I'm trapped? Even when I feel like I'm separated from those that I love, even when I'm like, and again,
or you'll
this
never
is me.
have that high again.
Yeah, or you never have that quite. Right, or you're fearful maybe that you're never gonna reach that.
This is
that
where
point.
a lot of when the ARMY talks about how BTS isn't afraid to talk about
hard stuff.
This is a lot of where that started coming into play. First, it has a lot of their older videos had a lot to do with authority and making it like breaking out on your own and making your own choices and with no more dream and things like that. But as you get into the most beautiful moment in life series, you start seeing a lot of the suicide, the dealing with
depression,
loss and depression, and this is where you really start seeing
societal
BTS.
issues.
Societal pressure.
I saw like wasteful youth.
Because even like
spray paint on the wall.
if you look at, and it shows up in their mixtapes too. It shows up in Arm's mixtape. It shows up in Suga's.
This is where you really see them starting to like
to talk about those issues that really don't. That they don't really talk about.
It's like conscious.
Especially
in
South Korea. A lot of these things are still
Well,
very.
It's a cultural thing. On some level.
And we don't really talk about mental health in the U.S. either. So I think there's a connection there for people.
Yeah.
This is why people relate to them so much and why they help so many people and why honestly like it saves lives. It sounds silly, but after talking to so many ARMY for so many years, these kind of things in BTS in general, why people grow so attached is because they can relate so much. It can literally save people from making some of these decisions.
Another really interesting thing to kind of just like be aware of is the fact that when a band hits like a global status, when you come from anywhere and you see the things that you see, and if you watch interviews with like superstar rock bands and whatever, just their perspectives often change because like if you're from the States or where we're from, for example, and then you go tour, on the other side of the world, some of the hardships and the things that you see, people starving, right, really shake people hard, and it changes their view on the world, and like with Jason, that's what I've experienced with him, and it really changes your beliefs, and sometimes like everything down to like religion for people. So we know where they're at and where they're headed right now. So I mean, rapidly, they're seeing things they've never seen in these last years. So it's interesting,
and it carries through. Like the love yourself. This is that they talk about love and being like the person you need to love the most is you first. You need to love who you are. In order to give love to other people, you have to first love yourself, right? Which is so incredible that's.
Very true.
The way that they're talking about that and the way that they talk about relationships, just like friendships and the way that they engage with each other and having that come through is just, it's powerful stuff. They kind of push that language, which again is sort of at least, so I'm of the generation that rolled in with like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. God,
me too.
Right,
that's good stuff.
And I think when you, my point, I think so. I enjoyed the hell out of the music. Don't get me wrong, and it wasn't. They didn't talk about love in the same way. They don't talk. They don't talk about suicidality in the same way. They don't talk about mental health in the same way. It was like
very surface level compared to.
Yeah, this is really deep.
And they dig so deep.
NSYNC's like unemotional compared to this.
You're right.
NSYNC's fake emotional. This is real, in my opinion. That's how I feel.
Much more corporate America, corporate music America.
Right.
It was very surface level.
Yeah.
All these.
And it's funny because NSYNC looks more like us and is more near us, but I relate more to these guys who are from Korea. It's very interesting.
Even their like poppy, catchy songs have a twist. Like Go Go, like even songs like that that are supposed to be fun and playful if you actually look at the lyrics, they're talking about
they're mocking
the fact that our generation has such a like throw your money away quality.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you know, but it's also kind of sad
spend it because
that
we
we
spend
spend
our
our money
money
because
so
we may
it's
not
like
have a future.
It's
you know
both. It's like talking
they
about
know how to
we
be
don't
playful
have
and have hits, but have it be insightful.
And then them making making the money they're making now from wherever they came from, like financially, their background, and that's another parallel. Like a lot of these people, when you start to make massive amounts of money, all of a sudden, when you came from somewhere that was very low, and then you see people that suffer and are hungry, you're reminded again because they're touring everywhere. So you have to go through these small villages, and you see people that are starving, and then you're driving by with $10,000 a day. Catered food on set sometimes. So it'll mess your head up a little bit.
They talked about it. I mean, Tay was going to be a farmer if he didn't do this. Suga had mentioned before that his family maybe couldn't afford to send him to college. Like, there are lots of, they're very real. And also, they've done a lot of charity work in general.
UNICEF is actually what they're tied into.
Have you ever heard about UNICEF? No. So they actually have a, this Love Yourself series, they made a connection through UNICEF. They actually did a whole line of merchandise that every single, like, the penny goes to the proceeds of UNICEF.
They have a very prevention of child abuse and neglect and bullying and all that stuff, like teenagers.
They've done a lot of community outreach, not only in Korea, but even when they spent some time here back in like 2000, like what the hell was that again? 13, American Hustle Life. That's something.
American Hustle Life.
Yeah, and they came here.
Yeah, they spent some time doing community stuff on that show. Like they make a point to reconnect to the grounding of life and people, and that's why they stay humble.
Yeah,
and that's why people like them so much.
I think that you should.
Oh, I see. Okay, dang, there's a lot. Whoa.
Sorry,
we done deep, guys.
Deep.
And I don't think Johnny P brought his scuba suit. So, you know,
diving deep.
Because we're diving deep. We're diving deep into BTS.
You didn't feel like I could hang with the program there?
Huh?
He got it.
No.
You didn't feel like I could hang with the program?
No, I'm just saying that.
In the context of that
conversation? No, I'm saying you did good, but we almost got deeper, so we need to make sure you have that scuba suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna swim back up and get ready for the Wings tour, which is the other one that we're doing. So if you haven't seen it, I hope you guys enjoyed for these 4 video series as we're gonna continue on now and get into the Wing series.
Yes.
Potato.
Ooh, how many are there? 8?
There's 7 trailers, and then there's J-Hope's individual trailer right before Blood, Sweat, Tears.
Oh God!
Technically, there's 8.
Woo!
Yeah.
8.
Get ready.
Get ready. Are they ready?
Here.
Yeah, we got a real army. Anyway, guys, make sure. And by the way, I feel like we haven't said this in any of the videos. Go subscribe to their channel, Chris and Lee. We forgot this entire time.
I was talking about this the whole time.
Okay, so
Potato. Play. Live it up, give it up, give it up. It's okay, Tinashe. Potato.